So we are back with former T-38 and F-22 and Typhoon pilot Ammo, and we're here to talk about how you become a frontline Typhoon pilot. So Ammo, can you talk us through this?
Absolutely, Mike. Great to be back on your channel again. So, when we're talking about the process, the pathway for someone thinking about becoming a Typhoon pilot, uh, ideally, this path starts when someone's very young, and maybe it's a movie like Top Gun or Top Gun Maverick inspiring them, or seeing an airplane flying overhead, or just something that's going to spark that initial passion, that initial interest that's going to carry them through. Because let's be honest, learning how to fly, especially a fast jet, it's a long process and it's difficult in many aspects. And so you're going to need, first of all, a passion to do this, and a motivation and a drive, because if that's not there, it's going to make quitting very easy. So something to initiate that spark. A lot of times, what will cause that is just going up in a small airplane, and I just being going around the UK the time that I was stationed there. There's small airports with light aircraft, and just looking up information online, making connections, asking questions, seeing who's got either a formal flight school, or if you have somebody, a personal friend or a family friend that has access to an aircraft, see if you can just get on an introductory flight and see if you like it. And sometimes that weeds people out because they get airsick, or it's just not what they thought. That answers the question to them whether or not this is something they actually want to do. And other people, it sets the hook in them, and they just can't stop, and they find any and every way to get to that next flight lesson, save up enough money, study enough, and just get from one step to another. I would say the process to get into the cockpit of a Typhoon and actually to the point where you are front line ready is, you're looking at the better part of a decade, depending on how much time you're holding. We'll go into that in a little more detail in a bit. But the process is a lengthy one, and if it's something that you're willing to commit the better part of a decade of your life to, from my personal experience, I would say it's well worth it and very rewarding. And it's something I would not trade for anything in the world, for me to have gotten the opportunity to strap on a Typhoon and to then teach the next generation of Typhoon pilots. Something that I will never forget. I will cherish that forever.